So Brian wants to know, Professor Walters, how do you overcome stage fright? Well, here's the thing. The biggest reason why you have stage fright is because you're not prepared. You're worried you're going to mess up. So the best thing you can do to fight stage fright is actually just practice. Practice that presentation again and again so then you feel more comfortable. Practice the questions they might ask you in that presentation so you already have the answers kind of ready to go. So you're on beat when they do ask you questions. So that's one big thing, is just practicing it. And one thing you have to realize is the more you present, the more comfortable you get up there. So the less stage fright you have. That's why actors are so good. They've been doing these presentations, these plays, these movies, these TV things so many times. For them, it's not a big deal to get in front of 1,000 people and talk. Whereas if you're not used to doing that, it is kind of scary to be like, there's 1,000 people looking at me. What do I do? That's why they have the old saying, imagine everybody's naked. Yeah, because then they're embarrassing to think about, so then you're not embarrassed, okay? Some other things you can do to kind of help you with your stage fright. One, try to be your audience before you present, because then when you're talking to them, you get to know them better, then you find these friendly eyes out there, and that can help you with your stage fright, because you're like, okay, I know the people out there, it's okay, but do be careful, because sometimes if you're too good of friends with them, then you start laughing, so be aware of that. Now, another thing relating to practicing for your presentation to kind of avoid that stage fright is really avoid winging it on a presentation. I mean, the first time you wing it, it's okay, but the second time you wing it, you already used up all your extra information when you winged it the first time. And if anybody's hearing it the second time, they know you're totally full of it, and therefore your stage fright will come back because you'll see you're losing the audience, okay? And that's why sometimes stage fright can be helped by just helping to interact with your audience. Ask them questions. Make sure you're doing things that's interesting for them so they stay interested, because once they kind of go, oh, this is boring, then the stage fright really kicks in because you're like, do they not want me to talk anymore? Am I losing the audience? What's going on? What's going wrong? And so that can throw people off. And another thing you could do is just kind of look around the audience. I like to call it the Lighthouse Technique, where you're like a little lighthouse going back and forth and making eye contact with people. Now, you're not staring at them because that's really weird, but you're at least making eye contact so they know that you're paying attention, you're seeing them, and therefore you're acknowledging that they're in that presentation, they're there in that thing, and therefore they're more respectful to you, and that can kind of help you with your stage fright. So those are just a few things that I do to get over stage fright, but really, it really comes down to one thing. Practice it so you feel comfortable doing it. So I hope this helps, and if you have any other questions or you want any other advice on presentations, let me know in the comments below.